Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy. Also known as Rockman World in Japan. Rockman World. Already, I can't speak to save my life. This was the first of 5 Mega Man games for the Game Boy between 1991 and 1994. This uses elements from Mega Man 1 and 2 for the NES, and it's also the hardest of the Mega Man Game Boy games / Rockman World games. And it's the only one I've never beaten. I've beaten all the sequels. I've just never beaten this one. So let me get a nice swig of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Weird refreshment for a Let's Play from my perspective, I know, but let's go ahead and do this. We've got 4 Robot Masters: Cutman, Iceman, Electman, and Fireman. And the general plot is basically just the same as ever. You are Mega Man. Dr. Wily bad. Mega Man stop Dr. Wily. So, obviously, if you want to stop Dr. Wily, we gotta beat these 4 Robot Masters. Interestingly enough, I find Iceman stage the easiest of the 4 that we start with. So I'm gonna play that. And of course the controls are the same as ever. A jumps, B shoots, left and right lets you move around. And start lets you pause the game and also switch weapons. So being an Iceman stage, we obviously have ice business going on here. That's a 1-up. That is a weapons pickup. If we find a circle looking thing from an enemy, that will let us refill health. Oh, and of course up and down lets you go up and down ladders too. Can I not slide into that guy? Thank you so much. Okay, let's get all our health back before worse things happen. And can I do the thing? I kinda can. But you still have momentum when you jump straight up, so yes, no, maybe so. I'd still be careful if you're trying to jump to stop all ice momentum, because you're still gonna have momentum even when you go into the air. Also, there are ice cubes here. If you stay on them long enough, they will melt. And I wasn't lying when I said that this game uses elements from Mega Man 1 and 2. So in this stage in particular, we'll see some Mega Man 1 enemies, but we'll also see enemies from Mega Man 2, such as the evil bacon generators. I know it's not really evil bacon, but it looked like blue bacon in the NES version of 2. Come on, really? Well, at least the first ice block was a checkpoint of sorts, but still, I can't afford to be dying every 5 seconds. I really can't afford to. And as much as I would like to be able to leap off the edge there, I need to be super careful. So I tried playing this game earlier today, as of the time of this recording, obviously. I tried Cutman and Electman stages first. Game wasn't having it with me for some reason. Game was just like, nah, you ain't doing it. Speaking of the game not letting me do things, can I just fight this thing and then go over up here? Okay, these things. We want to go up to this platform and leap onto the icicles when they are formed. Now we're going to wait for our first... Stop. Okay, wait for that. I will take that. You want to be on top of that... You want to be on top of that double stack of icicles. And you want to jump off the edge to that ladder. And that's assuming the game will let me. It's like it just doesn't want me to jump off the edge of a platform for whatever reason. There are reasons as to why I've never beaten this one fully. The game is super stringent on the difficulty. There is some nasty enemy placement and some rotten level design compared to the sequels. Now, the game was not developed in-house by Konami. I believe it was engineered. I believe it was developed by a company known as Minakuchi Engineering. And they did an okay job with this, but I wish they toned down the difficulty. After all, this is 1991 on Game Boy, not 1987 on the NES. Now, thankfully, you can't slide around on these things. Finally! The Rock has come back to actual video game progress. And of course, you want to avoid that thing. That thing crushes you and does a ton of damage. As I was saying, I wish Minakuchi Engineering, when they developed this game, they toned down on the difficulty a little bit. They did away with some of the nastier aspects of level design and enemy placement that the first game on NES is known for. Alright, you know what? Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's just avoid everything. And that was a good decision on my part. Now, Iceman, he will shoot projectiles either high or low. And you need to avoid all of them. And if I could deal with the ice physics, that would be great. I am about ready to lose all my lives doing this. Come on, Mega Man, come on. I kind of have to just stay low and just do it this way. Just kind of use my momentum to stick to the wall and only shoot low. But it got the job done. I have to admit, that was kind of funny. Little easier than on the NES version. Assuming you know what to do and you kind of can use the momentum to your advantage. So anyway, we have the Ice Slasher. These weapons have names now. I mean, they always had names, but we're actually seeing the names for Iceman's weapon, and Fireman's weapon, and Cutman and Electman's. And we also have a password system. It's a 4x4 grid, and there are 5 dots for every password. You have A1, A2, B2, B3, and D4. Nice. I don't know why I'm sounding like... what's his name? Michael Rosen. But here we are. Anyway, Iceman's weapon, the Ice Slasher, we obviously use against Fireman. Fireman stage is also a bit of a doozy. Guess what? We're playing that too. I don't know if me being able to talk better has to do with the fact that I'm recording at 2 p.m. as opposed to like 9 a.m. But, well, it's getting me somewhere. And we got a lot of these little plus-shaped guys showing up. Oh, and by the way, that is a big weapons refill. There are big versions and small versions of the health and energy and weapon refills. Obviously, the bigger ones give you more. So we need to avoid the lava. We need to avoid the enemies. We need to avoid the fireballs that are dropping down. We kind of need to use the ice weapon to freeze this. I hate the fact that I'm using the ice weapon this much. But at least it'll make these guys less of a pain in the butt. Yeah, you want... Those guys with the shields are called Sniper Joes. These shields obviously protect them from getting their butts kicked. But if they move their shields away and fire at you, you can fire back. Let me shoot you. And you. Get that. I don't know how I survived that. And let's get down here. You want to be on the very edge of that block when you jump to the left, or you're not going to make it. Also, fire enemies from Heatman stage in Mega Man 2. They can get you when you least expect them to, so be ready to fire in them a lot. Do I need a refill? I don't. What's next? Right, a Sniper Joe. Ah! Let me put the ice slasher back on. I know I'm going to take damage here, but maybe I could get something back if I destroy him. Nah. You can get weapon and energy pickups off enemies, but it's kind of hard to do sometimes. And you just got to know what you're doing. Now, thankfully, if you're holding up when you jump towards a ladder, you'll grab it automatically. This is a good thing, because if you're doing that, you can grab a ladder in the nick of time and just escape like some really big danger, which I do like. Okay, we've frozen that for a little while. Okay, we got the plus guys. The fireballs will block us, as much as I don't want them to. Oh, it's not showing up. Okay. Okay, jump over here. Wait for this to go down. Jump off the edge. Do not freeze the fire pillar and then attempt to use it to jump to the other side. You will hit the ceiling. You will die. So don't do it. Also, that second turret with the 5-way shot, if you're standing still, it won't hurt you. It only hurts you if you're jumping straight up. I am making this look easier than it is. Also, you can freeze this. Take care when jumping over it, because it can do a little bit of damage when you don't want it to. Also, get some distance against this guy. You're going to need it. Makes it easier to avoid those guys entirely. That's something you want to know, because the fireballs don't hurt, but the little hits do add up. You definitely don't want to take contact damage from these guys either, because they do more damage than the fireballs that they toss at you. And you can't shoot their fireballs either. Oh, well. Oh, and there's one more of you, and I need to get rid of that. Again, let the fireballs hit you. Okay, it's now or never. We gotta do this. And I need to concentrate super bad. Whew! So what you want to do, if you keep pressing the B button with Ice Slasher equipped, he'll fire when you fire. As soon as you shoot out an Ice Slasher, you jump. That way you don't get hit by the Firestorm, which you now have in your possession. I know that was a bit dicey, not the best fight, but we got it done. With 0 lives remaining, I know I'm going to get a game over in the next video. I'm doing 2 Robot Masters per video, as always. And of course, the password is A2, B3, D2, D3, and D4. So, yeah, we're now halfway through the beginning of the game. But we still have 2 more Robot Masters to go, and those will have to wait until the next video. Join me next time for when we take on, I believe, well, we're going to take on Cutman and Electman anyway. It's one or the other. I mean, we're going to have to beat them both eventually. Actually, I could beat them in any order I want, because Electman, I can do Iceman weapon, and I can use fire on... No, actually, I use Electman on Cutman. I think. Well, I'll probably do Electman stage more than likely first either way. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!